Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this live stream with Mr. M.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Today, sitting down, right?
Exactly. No, because honestly, I don't know. I've been working out, but I haven't been working out as hard as you have, right? You've been punishing yourself, right?
Yeah, that's why being seated today, I'm not complaining. It's my legs are happy, so thank you for allowing me to do that.
I don't know. My muscles and shoulder. I think I might have caught in the flu or something because everything feels like, let's not move or go anywhere. I don't know. But anyways, I'm here for you guys, right? We're here for you guys.
Exactly.
We're here to entertain you and show you what not to do in the degen section. Right?
Exactly. Just look what we do and do the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be all right.
That's buy Bitcoin.
You'll be okay.
That's it. Right? Yeah, you could invest in other cryptocurrencies, but just remember, if you're investing in Memecoin, you're not investing. You're gambling.
100%.
For the bloodline security, of course.
Yeah. That's the mission, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God! But we have fun with that, don't we?
Plenty. So that's. I'm so grateful we are doing this. Best time to start the day, right? Having some laughs and do some gambling.
Well, we got a good show for you guys, right? It's going to be interesting, right? Because what's the title of today's show, right? It is now I forgot, but oh yes, 100x,
100x
to go. Oh boy, yes, we're going to show you why we got 100x to go on Bitcoin. So you know what? It's really simple, guys. All you have to do is buy Bitcoin and keep saving in Bitcoin for your retirement, for whatever, for your future. You don't have to buy any stocks, right? You don't have to buy any kind of risk asset because Bitcoin is not a risk asset. You're like, what? How is it not a risk asset? Right? Yeah. Well, if you're looking at the up and downs in the short term, then yeah, I guess it is a risk asset. But if you're looking for the long term results where you are actually super rich in the future, is it a risk asset?
It's risk not to have any, if you ask me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh man, it is the asset, the apex asset for your retirement. It is the asset that's guaranteed
To retire your bloodline.
Exactly.
There you have it. 100%. And guys, let us know where you're watching us from. By the way, we have Estonia, India, and many other beautiful countries in the house. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you think about volatility in the short term, yeah, but in the long term, the risk is not to have any, right?
Exactly. So, in the meantime, we'll try to secure a bloodline with doing the quick route, right? With the meme coins.
Fair enough.
Oh damn! Yes, don't do that. Actually, guys, just
stick with Bitcoin, right?
Exactly. And if you want to, make sure you do it with small amounts of money. We're not gambling. We're not betting the farm. We're not going all in on a specific meme coin.
No.
And pray.
No, we don't. So yeah, make sure to keep that wallet under control, right?
Exactly. All right. Well, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and head over to Mr. M's podcast. You finally got over 18K, right?
Yeah. Comfortably, we are about to smash 1800 plus 100. So it's really cool. I think we are 10 away or something. And I'm going to upload a beautiful video on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, I'm not going to share whom, but she is doing an amazing job. I can't talk today. She's orange peeling an entire island.
Mish.
So really cool chat.
All right. Well, orange pill, right, is coming to a theater near you for everybody, right? Everybody understands Bitcoin at their own pace. Everybody comes to their senses at their own time, one by one. There's a saying that the crowds go mad, right? Together, right? They all come back to their senses one by one. And I think there's a definite madness of the people's minds when they think, yeah, it's safe to hold dollars in the bank.
Yeah.
that will, take it away from me and prevent me from doing anything. Yeah. So, I mean, think about it, right? If the government wanted to prevent you from moving anywhere, going anywhere, all they have to do is freeze your account, all your credit cards, everything.
It's one click.
Yeah, one click, and you can't do nothing. You can't go anywhere.
Nope. And think about it also. Excuse me. There are three important components. One is not money. Two is not in your bank account. And three is not yours. So, just saying.
There it is. There it is. All right, moving on. Are we winning, son?
Down 60%, Dad. I mean, he tweeted a bunch of times.
I know, exactly.
It's a great time to buy Ethereum.
He's at 3,000.
Damn. So, I know you disagree with me here, but I still do believe Ethereum is going to do well. I mean, is it going to outperform Bitcoin, though? That's the question, right? Because if you measure your success in Bitcoin, the answer is probably no. But, we've seen in the past, for a small amount of time, a bunch of altcoins managed to outperform Bitcoin. And the question is like, is it going to do it this time, Ethereum? Or is it dead? What do you think?
It's not dead. I don't think it's dead. But it's not going to outperform Bitcoin.
We got some news about Ethereum, by the way.
Exactly, we do.
So we'll say that for the later down the line session thing. All right, sandwich. CME gap in between two. So what I was thinking is, I don't know if you agree with me, but on the weekly, on Bitcoin, we have an inverse head and shoulder forming. So what I'm thinking is we're going to close the lower gap first, make the right shoulder go up, and then go to the moon. Basically. So
I don't see these head and shoulders that you seem to see.
if you go on the weekly later, I'll show you what I see. You can correct me because I'm not a trader, but it looks like we are forming.
Maybe I missed it. Let me just.
Let's have a look. So you can school me here because I'm not.
Maybe I missed it.
So
I could have missed
go on the weekly, please.
On the weekly?
Yeah, weekly. And it looks like we are forming an inverse head and shoulder.
Let's see over here.
You might wanna. I don't know.
Let me clear the.
Yeah, take away the lines. See if it comes up. So if you zoom out a little bit, you can see this could be a shoulder. That could be a head. And then another shoulder. No. no inverse head and shoulder.
If this was the other side of the shoulder, that would mean all this time has to be repeated on this side.
Potentially. It's a long shoulder. It's the shoulder's how it works out. No chance.
If that was the case, people would shoot you for that. Like, really, we're gonna have to go sideways even more? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Well, a couple of
7,
months.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12? 12 more weeks of sideways?
2 months. Summer.
What's your math on 12? That's 3 months, dude.
Yeah, 3 months. Yeah, 8 is 2 months. But maybe to power through summer, go sideways, board everybody, and then
People would say, Bitcoin's a stable coin. At that point.
and then through winter or September we pump. Because if you zoom out, okay, like this, it doesn't look very attractive. But if you zoom out a little bit, it does look like a potential head and shoulder. See?
Oh my God, no.
How about no? What is this one? How about no?
no?
Okay, guys, clearly I am not the trader here.
Right, you could probably say a cup and handle, maybe. Right?
Oh, yeah, someone said it. I said, come on, guys, there's a cup and handle. Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm not a trader myself, but I don't know. I think it looks like an inverse head and shoulder to me, but I don't trade. That's probably why I don't trade, right? Because I see things.
Clean those glasses, man.
They don't exist.
You need to get proper glasses, man.
Yeah. It's,
Stupid.
Wow.
yeah, okay. No inverse head and shoulder.
No.
There. But I still believe we will close the one above before we go up.
All right.
What do you think?
Yeah, well, we'll close some of those.
We'll
guys.
close one. One is going to get
One's
closed.
gonna get closed, if not both.
If not both, yeah.
All right.
Nice. So this is another way to see it. We are indeed here. Maybe we are not at the top. We are indeed at the bottom or somewhat in the middle, right? So the most beautiful part is yet to come. I kind of sympathize with this because many people are calling it, oh, the bull market is over and the top is coming. And I don't think so. I think we might finish early, maybe because we did start early, but the most interesting part is yet to come. So possible. I mean, these things, they don't mean much, by the way, guys. So just don't trade based on those ideas. But I think there's at least another pump.
Yeah, I didn't think we got to the euphoric phase yet on Bitcoin, where there was a blow off top. And honestly, right? Who knows? We might not be in this kind of like boom, like blow off top, like market, right? Bitcoin might be going sideways slowly. That's all right for me, man. It means that more time to accumulate more Bitcoin, right?
I agree. I think a sideways action for a little bit makes sense after this huge pump we've seen, right? So
yeah,
I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
See what's going to happen. Again, that's another beautiful chart. You guys can see there's a halving moment, which is the yellow, highlighted in yellow, and then we have a kind of blue-ish, whatever, aqua, whatever you can call it, where we actually have the bull market, even though the bull market technically begins at the bottom, right? I mean, it depends on how you label it, but if you look at that, there is that retest on the all-time high, which is mega bullish, to me at least. So call this the end, I don't think it makes sense to me. I think we will see another major price action coming in from now until the end of the year.
Quite possibly, but looking at the chart another way, okay? You can see here that the yellow indicate the halving, and then boom, always like halfway, like we never got to the end of the halving triangle here. We'd always blow off right before that, blow off right before that, blow off right before that, right? That end of the triangle, and yet we are at the end of the triangle, and nothing good happens. Well, I mean, I guess there is a little bit of goodness here.
There, yeah,
A little
maybe.
bit.
Yeah, there's one down there as well.
A little bit of goodness here. Yeah. So there we go. But yeah,
I know what you mean.
It's hopefully we get some blow off. Like we go straight up from here, just straight. Day after day after day after day, done.
And also it makes sense, like you said, it makes sense since we have different player involved. I think we'll see less violent moves and more kind of steady uptrend as opposed to like, and it's also happening if you look back in time, it is diminishing, right? Not just the volatility going up, but also going down. So I think a more consistent type of movement makes sense. It happens on any asset that matures, right? Even if you look at gold now, it doesn't do any violent moves. It just go up slowly.
Yeah, so. This guy says his fart's breaking out. Did you let one go, Dan?
Fart coin is better than dollars.
Oh, damn.
Okay, we'll check it out, man.
Yeah, we'll check it out later.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us know. It's okay. That's an interesting way to see it, right? Okay, Bitcoin is at 2 trillion. Gold is about 22. Art, cars, collectibles, 27. Equities, 135. Those are trillions, by the way.
Exactly.
You can see real estate, 370. Bonds, 318. And money, 129.
Okay, so I believe that there within our lifetime, that it should get well over 200 trillion. So what is the logic behind that, right? Well, simply put, right? If you can get people to understand that, wait a second here, you mean to tell me I could own this Bitcoin thing and no one could take it away from me, right? Even if they torture me, and I could run across borders with this, I could pay my suppliers, and I could like set up, all kinds of, what's it called? Like I could say, hey, you know what? I don't trust you quite much, so we need a third party to help ensure that if I send you some Bitcoin, that you send me the assets and then I release the Bitcoin. You do that on the Bitcoin network. That's a simple escrow agreement, right? That's possible on the Bitcoin network. I mean, I could do all that and more. Why are we not using that as money? When we get to that conclusion, right? When people understand that, when people get that Michael Saylor, oh my God moment.
One at a time, right?
And it happens one at a time. And then all at once. You could see where 200 trillion could come in, right?
I mean, it's not a crazy number, to be honest. It's not going to happen tomorrow, obviously, but I agree with you. I think it's going to happen in the next few cycles, that's for sure.
Yes.
I mean, I was talking to the ex-Red Bull CIO, and he said never in the history of man an asset was gone to 2 trillion, has then gone back in value, right? And we might, I don't know if we are at 2 trillion now, but we will, I mean, we passed 2 trillion, then I don't know, maybe we retraced a little bit when we corrected, but it's going to happen, man. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, but keep in mind, you say that never in the history of man because there's something gone 2 trillion. The 2 trillion is like, the trillion number is a stupid
Fake.
number.
Yeah, it's fake. Yeah, I know what you mean.
$2 trillion? What? Dollars are nothing, have no value. They can create more, right? So really, you have to measure it priced in gold or something else that's fixed, right? To really get a bearing of where it is, right? And so, yeah, I think you need something that's fixed in number, right? Because everything else just seems like you don't have a real good measuring stick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're using broken money to measure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, with that said, we can say, looking at this chart, that this will be what, 20% of all assets that you could hold. Oops.
Something happened. I heard that.
Yeah, the card's out of memory.
Okay.
Oof.
Look at this meanwhile. Okay, congrats. I just swapped my XRP to Bitcoin.
Whoa, wow.
Well done.
Congratulations, man.
That's the best thing you could have possibly done. No financial advice.
Exactly. Smart.
Now you have money.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart. Good move there.
All right, let's listen to... Who's this guy exactly?
So there's the crypto czars. By the way, this comes really well with... They're obviously going to ban Bitcoin. In what universe? It's actually the opposite, sir. Things are going to be much easier from now on because the entire US is behind crypto and Bitcoin.
Hey, just so you know, they banned drugs, right?
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
That's bigger than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So
But think about...
that's worked out really well.
Yeah, exactly. Bans, they never work. But in this specific case, actually, it came perfect with the video we're about to play. This is going to be interesting. Look at what this guy has to say.
We did repeal Biden's exec order on AI, which was 100 pages of unnecessary regulation on AI. We've ended the war on crypto, and I think we're trying to stop the regulatory capture that benefits large incumbents. So you have all these things, and there's been other things that have been done on the economy as well. But I do think that this sets us up for a Trump boom in the future. It's just that a lot of these changes take time to play out. We did.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Whether let's just pretend he's lying. Let's just say that. Let's say he's lies. Oh, lies.
Lies.
Right? You know what's not a lie? You know what stays true? Bitcoin. It's math. It stays consistent.
Math doesn't lie.
It's fixed in reality. Right? You'll always have 21 million. There will always, as long as we can communicate, the network will still be up. Doesn't matter what, if they say, you know what, if you're running a node somewhere, you're going to jail, you're going to get killed and executed.
You can't have custody and all that kind of stuff.
Let's just say they did that. They went after everyone and you might say, well, that's it. Bitcoin will be dead. Well, you might be right, actually. You know what? Because throughout history, there was a point where we came up with printing press, right? And they came and smashed all the printing presses and burnt all the books, and that's why today we don't have books. Oh wait.
Yeah, exactly. And to double down on that
Oh
one,
wait.
there was a time where holding gold was illegal. That's why today we don't have gold.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. So just saying, you know.
Like, I mean, when somebody says that they're gonna make it illegal, it's like, what are you smoking? Right? Everything they make illegal is still here. People still use it.
Yeah, no, plus, exactly. So that's number one. Number two, have you seen the news lately? I mean,
I know.
Have you seen who is in charge of the SEC? Have you seen the crypto czar this guy is talking to? Have you seen what Bitcoin wants to do with Trump? Sorry, what Trump wants to do with Bitcoin?
I know, exactly.
I mean, guys.
I know everything's going the opposite direction, right? At least they're saying that. And that's what's happening, right? I mean, and you got a problem, right? It's you if you have one nation banning it, it's not every nation will.
Yeah, El Salvador is doing the polar opposite of banning it, actually. So, and I'm sure it's not going to be the number. Look at the ETF, look at the amount of inflow, which we have some news later. So it's just some place is going to ban it. Yeah, sure. Maybe.
But they'd be dumb. It's just like when did you know the UK banned cars? Did you know that?
Yeah, did they even have a guy with a flag
Yeah,
waving
exactly.
in front
order
of
to
it?
do it, right? What they did is make it very onerous to own a car, but you have to have a flag man, somebody running in front of the car, telling people that look
Pay
out.
attention.
Yeah, pay attention.
It's a great idea, right? And then Ford came in and said, you know what? We'll thank you very much. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, we'll just go over to America, right? And just, yeah, exactly. And so this is why the car industry just was non-existent in the UK for a long time, and then they realized their mistake. So, yeah, there it is. Now, any nation that decides to walk away from this, well, they're
Their own
going to be
expenses.
realizing they're going to be realizing the mistake, right? Heavily.
I agree, 100%. Strategy. Speaking of the devil, Michael Saylor just bought another 180 million, just pennies, right there. It seems to be a pattern now. On Sunday he's tweeting more orange, and then on Monday he buys, and nobody cares.
He bought it there a little bit. But the ETFs, right? They managed to buy 10 times as much as Michael Saylor.
Exactly, and 6 times the amount of miner. Right? So
Exactly.
someone said, when shock supply, I put it on earlier. That's a super good comment because it's really relevant. I have it in here saved. There you go. Emmanuel says, when supply shock? Well, look at this. ETF bought 6 times more than miner produced in 1 week.
Yeah, the problem with supply shock, dude, though, the only problem with that is that price is a way of getting supply. Right? So, supply can only come, right, from somebody who's actually selling it when they can't, when it's not being produced as much as you need it, right? So right now, miners produce it, of course, right, but they produce a very small quantity, right? That becomes irrelevant for
It got chopped in half.
for the
right?
consumers.
For the house.
Yeah, exactly, for the people who want to buy it, right? So the only place they can truly buy it from is somebody who
Already
has it and is willing to sell it. And everybody has a different price, right? And so that's the case, right? And everybody has a different price, and then people are greedy. They know that, so they like to run up the price. That manipulation works both ways, up and down. So they manipulate the price up so they can come back down. Right? And so that coming back down provides them with supply as well. Right? So it is what it is. But Michael Saylor doesn't care. He gets supply either way.
Yeah, and it's
Well,
not the
that's
only one.
yeah.
There's been a bunch of, besides Metaplanet and other companies, there is new company like Jack Muller, 21. They want to build a company that the only purpose is accumulating Bitcoin.
Exactly. So this kind of behavior could end up causing Bitcoin to constantly just go on a sideways up. So we might not have a bear market, that kind of
The
behavior.
super cycle.
Or the bear market might be a lot smaller in the futures.
Which would make sense because if you think about when an asset is becoming more mature, the volatility will diminish, right? So it makes sense.
Yeah, because who knows? Those guys might even attempt to, at the lower point of the price market, who'll use their Bitcoin to borrow against and to buy more at the bottom. You don't know, right? Probably not the greatest idea. I think there'd probably be better ideas than doing that, but yeah, they might do that.
Fair enough. All right, what do you think about this? Because apparently Vitalik is saying, hey, Ethereum is too complicated. Let's make it simple.
It's a little bit late for that.
Yeah. 2017, 2025, 8 years.
I mean, are you aware, Vitalik? I'm speaking to you. I know you're not watching, but if you happen to watch, I'm speaking to you right now. Are you aware that Satoshi actually did the same thing that you did with Ethereum? And then he realized, yeah, it's too complicated. I'm gonna have to fix this all the time because I don't know what it might break, right? Might have to all kinds of problems that it has to be forked and stuff like that. So why don't we just simplify it? He already knew that, right? Why didn't you just take a page from his book and read what he said and then made it simpler? Had two parts. The simple part, which you could have had some sort of blockchain system or something that just doesn't, change, right? So people can transact basically with Ethereum only, right? And then the more complicated part with smart contracts, which has to be updated all the time. That would have been pretty smart, actually.
Yeah, the scary part is it took him 8 years. I mean, in the end, he got there, but better late than never. But bro, you've been working on this for 8 years.
Yeah, you can, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Yeah, no. To change it now, yeah, I would say, how about new? Yeah, don't do that. It's too late. If you want to create a new crypto where you go, okay, shoot, I screwed up on Ethereum, but hey,
here's my Memecoin.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to do that, that's fine. Right? You want to create your new protocol, then go by all means. Make your own new protocol. But leave Ethereum alone. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah, that's a good point. Right, we kind of briefly talked about this, but you can see the amount of inflow going into the ETF. Incredible. Look at that. We've seen 422, 674, 425, 1 billion in 5 working days because the ETF trade Monday to Friday, right? This is nuts. So, and it feels like nobody cares, and Bitcoin is almost 100K again. So I wonder what will happen. There's a lot of people in the chat saying, oh, selling may go away. I don't know, man. I think I might have a different opinion on that one. I think
it's called
selling
may. You must be gay.
That's it. That's the one. And I think it's not buying Bitcoin right now. It's like not buying when it was at 60K in 2024. Yeah, it's a good point.
I agree. I think you know what? Honestly, buying Bitcoin anytime, right before the masses really see it, before it's $1 million, it's probably a good idea, right?
100%. 100%. This is
yeah, exactly. This is moving to 15% slowly, right? We're almost, we're doing zero, maybe 3 basis points a day, maybe around 3 basis points, right? That's 0.03, right, per day. So that's coming. That's gonna accelerate. Just so you know, when that accelerates, right? That's gonna be scary. You're gonna be wishing you had your Bitcoin.
Slowly, then suddenly, right? This is crazy, guys. We check this number every other day.
Exactly.
And the amount of money flying into it, to move another 1%. We're talking about a lot of money here.
Exactly.
And yet it goes just climbing higher and higher.
This is just the 2 billion that went into the ETF the last few weeks, right? Move this thing only maybe I would say about 10, 20, 20 not 20 basis points. Yeah, 20, probably 20 basis points. I would say 20 basis points. 0.2, yeah, 0.2 Bitcoin, 0.02%. So, yeah.
And you will have the amount is going to go higher, and the number of entities is going to grow exponentially. Because wait until other companies are going to look at this and say, maybe we should put 1%. I mean, we don't have to do Michael Saylor, but just 1%.
1%.
That's enough.
Let's get 1% of this thing.
That's enough.
Jesus.
That's more than enough.
Jesus.
It's going to happen. It's happening. It's happening. And again, the more crazy part is Bitcoin is trading at $94,500 more or less, and we are in greed. Damn. I mean, 5 years ago, people would have lost their mind if we would have said $90,000 plus, even like $80,000 plus, even like $50,000 plus.
Yep.
Lost their mind, and now everyone is, quote, greedy. Damn. And a few weeks ago, it was fear.
I know.
I mean,
At 96.
yeah, exactly. It's like, what is everyone smoking? It's banana. And like you said here, bang on your price prediction, April was indeed almost 15%. I think May is gonna be green too. How do you feel about May?
52%.
That would be sweet. That would be sweet. Over 120 by the end of May.
Yep.
It's not crazy. It's possible.
Yep, exactly. So don't sell in May. Right?
Don't be gay. Why are you gay?
Bruh.
Someone said in the comments, yeah, why are you gay? Exactly. Sally May, you're gay.
Okay,
That's
guys.
it.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. We're going to do something very scary. We've already prepared the fright night situation here. We've set up some things that we're going to be buying for you.
Yeah.
And just so you know, if we buy something and we secure our bloodlines with it, such like remember how we bought house and we got a lot of houses for that, a lot of houses. Well, and that's our fault. But if you buy something and you make yourself rich because of it, that's your fault, right? But if you make yourself poor, that happens to be also your fault as well.
100%.
All right.
So don't buy any of these. Just buy Bitcoin, right? Remember, if you feel like the need of degenerate into these things, just watch the show.
Exactly.
That's it. Just watch us. That's it. And you can suggest in the chat what degenerate meme coin we can consider to buy, but just don't do it yourself. Rely on us gambling.
Exactly. And we're like, for example, this one, Bob the Builder, we bought this like somewhere up here, and it was like, I don't know what happened, man.
Probably we hardly exit liquidity, but it's cool because we're gonna retard the bloodline.
Oh man,
It's not gonna. We're gonna win. We're not gonna win anytime. We're gonna win sometime.
What do you think? The baddie? Should we get some more? It's below its opening by all kinds. This is where it opens.
Which is a great sign, right? It's a fantastic sign here. I mean, it could be a Bart Simpson. Right there.
Dope.
How
about no?
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about it for a second.
You were actually you were contemplating.
But maybe it's not a bad play.
Oh man, didn't we learn from the Cupcat? Yeah.
Yeah, the Copcat was difficult because I had faith in that thing.
Yeah, same here.
But
Protection when riding the back.
yeah, we had protection, but it wasn't enough.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, Bretta has crossed the line, man. Jesus. Should we dump it half now? And then maybe when it comes back, what do you think?
It could go higher.
It can go higher.
It could go higher.
I don't know.
You're not feeling Bretta,
No, I'm feeling Bretta for long term.
but you're
For the
feeling Bretta.
bloodline.
You're feeling Bretta, but not today.
But look, the volume just dropped off, right? So people were interested, and then what happened here?
And it's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that kind of, yeah. The trend line was actually super bullish, and then he broke it.
Exactly.
But it didn't dump though yet. I mean, it
yeah, because
probably will.
yeah.
We have quite a bit of breath, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let's dump and come back.
Okay. Sorry, Bretta is not personal, but it's not a date.
Because like we've got like
$1,000? Mm-hmm. Damn, was that 600 yesterday? No.
yeah, exactly. Because we added a little bit.
Oh, we bought more.
You know what? Let's leave her.
This could be the one. Mm-hmm. This could be the one.
It could go higher.
I feel it's gonna go a lot higher.
This
But then if it goes down,
Emotional, damn it.
that's what I'll be suffering from.
this could be a $9,000 if we do a 10x. Mm-hmm. Just to keep it casual. It's just like a 10x is on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I think so.
Which this is just a test, right? This is just a test.
All right, moving on. Now, we did some searching, and this was one of the coins that AI recommended us buying.
Yeah, that was an interesting recommendation.
I know, exactly. And, you know, it's broken the lows here, this M pattern, and I don't know about that. That M pattern looks...
Scary. Yeah, doesn't look good, right?
Exactly. I mean, we're talking like, you know, zero. Negative.
Going to zero.
Negative. I believe in have you heard of this before?
No.
Is this cat meditating thing?
No.
Guys, let us know in the comments if you heard about this meme coin, because I didn't know what it was. So yeah, this doesn't look appealing.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, yeah, we'll just get it anyways, but I don't know. Looking at this, it's just...
How about new?
Yeah. Does it look? I'd rather pick a random,
Yeah.
or maybe Popcat, or one of those, or Whiff, right? Which it's not doing.
Look, the green lightsaber's here. Should we buy it?
This is definitely not the top. Clearly.
Clearly, we're early.
How many meme coins based on Elon are popping on a daily basis?
Look, this is 15 minute. Let's just go to the 1 minute candle. Clearly not manipulated.
No. Very healthy. It's a very healthy chart right here.
Damn. Wow.
Okay.
All right, next.
We're gonna pass on this one.
How about new?
Yeah, let's pass on this guy. There's too much Elon stuff happening. What is this? Is that like a chair?
I guess so.
What,
Monobloc?
what's with the chair?
I don't know.
What does he say? Can you click on the banner, please, and see if there's a message on the wall? What? We have to have this. It's a plastic. It's a plastic chair.
No matter where in the world you're from, it's very likely that you've already sat in this chair at some point in your life.
What?
This is the so-called Monobloc, probably the best-selling chair in history. And still, it's getting a lot of hate. So much that in Basel, Switzerland, the chair even became a political issue. For years, it was forbidden by law to place the chair in outdoor areas of restaurants as people complained that they destroy the cityscape. But how did we even...
What the fuck is this?
Exactly.
The cat. What have we just watched? And it is like the video is like 20 minutes.
I know.
Oh boy. Monobloc.
There's 6 members. Let's be the 7th.
Yeah. I mean, that's everything we always wanted in one project.
Wow.
I I am lost for words here. That's it. That's the only post I have.
That's it. Yes.
It's like a chair in the grass and a lady stealing it. Exactly. He can't go higher. I mean,
You're in.
I'm 100%
Oh my god.
in
I can't
with
believe
the idea
we're-
of getting the plastic chair.
I can't believe we're buying this chair. Wow.
I think a 0.25 would be appropriate.
they outlawed this thing for a reason. You know that.
Warning, that's a good sign.
That means we're early.
But exactly, so early.
So early.
I think we need protection on this one.
No man, going in raw.
Going sitting on a chair with no protection.
Sitting on the chair. Zero.
Full
we're not
degenerate.
gonna put a blanket on it. Nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly.
All in. Bullish or monoblock. Guys, please, for the love of God, don't buy the chair.
Jesus.
Plastic chair is going to secure the bloodline. Yes. Well,
Wow.
we can say, hey, we secured the bloodline with a plastic chair,
Exactly.
which wasn't even real. So, just saying.
Oh, Giga Chad. You know, I think we should get some more Giga Chad. We got only a small amount. And I think the Giga Chad is going to make us a real Chad.
Okay, I'm cool with this.
Giga Chads of money.
It's exactly. It's all about the plastic chairs, bro. Honestly, this I think is going to be the most bullish purchase we've ever made on the show.
What, Giga Chad?
Monoblock, yes.
Oh, okay.
Monoblock is gonna it's gonna monoblock all the way to the moon. We're gonna sit on the moon with that freaking chair.
Show. For show.
It's not gonna rock, guys. That
Not at all.
no chance. Right? So it's monoblock.
You heard it here first. Zero rugs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And we are riding the chair with no protection, by the way. So
exactly. That's how confident we are.
100%.
Wow. We are about to lose our first, aren't we?
It's
everything.
gonna be fun.
We're going
Yes.
to lose everything, aren't we?
Tomorrow is gonna be fun. Tomorrow's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt tomorrow, man. But it is what it is. No pain, no gain, right?
Right.
It's
Oof.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and something's going to happen. Like ruggage is going to happen.
Yeah. It's, there is a probability. There's a probability
Yeah.
that
Very
tomorrow
slight. Very, very slight.
the chair is gonna go.
The chair's going to be pulled out from underneath us.
Yeah. It's a small chance, but it's there.
Slight.
Right? That we have to
Slight.
leave it in the open, right?
Slight.
It's just monoblock, man.
Come on, monoblock, man. Look, but here, you know what? There is a possibility that this thing, right? If we draw some charts
Yeah,
here,
it's an uptrend.
right? Yeah. Huh?
It could go higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, all in. All in, as Michael Saylor said. How many chairs are you sitting on? One. All in. That's
Exactly.
it. How much money there is in there? 300,000?
Yeah, 300K market cap,
Yeah, 3 million is at the next.
62K in locked liquidity. Look, 1.7 million in volume. Clearly, people like to buy some chairs.
Yeah, it's monoblock. I mean, that's it. That we don't need anything else. Like I said, this is it. You know, that's why we look.
Bloodline security, right? At its finest.
Yeah. MJ had a fantastic question. Serious question. What are you based this decision on? That's a good question.
I know, exactly.
I
Because
have
you're the
no
one
clue.
who was feeling it.
I was feeling the chair, yes, but I don't. I wish I had an answer, my friend. It's just it's based on feelings. It's probably the answer.
Jesus, like so, somebody wanted to replicate your feelings. How would you best describe the feeling that you had when you saw this? because honestly, I was like, WTF when we went like this. When we were like this, when we clicked on this, all I got was
But that's
WTF?
But that's the signal right there. That's the signal. I mean, to give you a professional answer is in between the branding, the professional
Clearly.
branding. Clearly, they know what they're doing there.
clearly
A choice
high
of
quality.
high quality. Yes, it's early, right? This thing has just started. It's 101 investing. Yes, exactly. No risk at all. This is gonna play off.
Clinch.
Yeah, clinch.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clinch our clinch.
This is funny. I don't know if you can put it on technical. Yeah, Rafa, you got me there. Exactly. It's not analysis. It's
Yeah.
something else. But hey, this it could go higher.
Yes,
just saying.
There we go. We haven't broke the trend line though. Look.
Exactly. And there is 6 people in the community. 6. So it's not 1.
Yeah,
6.
Exactly.
Just saying.
It's huge.
Imagine if this thing come back every day for one investing with Mr.
Oh damn.
It's funny. Imagine if this is the one that we've been waiting for.
Honestly, if this does even what House did, I'd be like shocked.
One house is 10 chairs. That's the next one. That's the next one.
Oh wow.
It's pumping. Look at that.
Yes, exactly. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Monobloc. Okay. Alrighty.
I'm feeling it.
Alrighty then. Let's go down to the Q&A.
Oh boy. Okay. In both your opinions, at what price would you say to stop buying and watch the price moon? I think he's referring to Bitcoin. I think it depends on your time frame, right?
Yeah, I mean, personally, right? Depends on what. Yeah, exactly. For me and Michael Saylor,
Never.
we're buying
Yeah.
all the time
Exactly.
until it's no longer the dollar doesn't exist, right?
Exactly. I mean, if you want to play the cycles, which is very risky and very tricky, I would say probably, I don't know, over 100K might be good to. I mean, you should have bought at 15, right? That was clearly the bottom, and then you would have had like almost a 10x, 15 to 100, almost. So, but if your time frame is long enough, you don't stop buying, man. You just buy, and maybe every 10 years, every 15 years, you stop and you do the math and you sell some of it. But it's very personal. It's a good question, but I think it's depends on the circumstances, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so let's see. Bunch of super chat. Well, first of all, thank you for the message also. I'm very glad you swapped XRP for Bitcoin. I think it's a good idea. Then we have Navid said, I bought 4 Ethereum at 1,825. Your price prediction by December. Oof, that's a tricky one.
Dude, man, let's
I mean,
think about this for a second, man.
I know we're going to have a different opinion here. I sympathize with you because Ethereum is actually, I think, is a good buy. But the question is it going to outperform Bitcoin? That's the question. And if you listen to what Da Vinci said yesterday and the day before, the dominance wants to go higher. So,
Oh no.
The chair is falling.
Breaking.
Yeah.
The chair's breaking.
the chair broke.
The chair broke.
Damn it, Monobloc. Hey, it's not over yet. It could be a week. Could be a fake out to scare everyone.
Yes, it's
And
just
then
a
it-
fake out. Yeah.
Damn it.
100%. 100%. 100%.
Come on, man. Pool. Okay.
Alrighty then.
It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt tomorrow. I must say, but
Clinch.
clinch harder. When altcoin season? Yeah, it's a good one. Panda Tunes. I'm expecting altcoin season after Bitcoin pumped hard. Yeah, getting right live. Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening. But I don't know if you agree with me. I think at some point when Bitcoin is going to go to the moon, people are going to speculate in other altcoin. So I think we are a little bit far away. If you look at the chart, when altcoin season, we are down at the bottom, but we could go sideways for a bit longer, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if we take a look at like the dominance chart, it's the dominance is dominating,
Yeah.
right? And so it's gotten into a point where
It could go
it's
higher.
reached a
It could
point.
go higher.
Not it. It could. It will.
It will. Yeah, it will go higher.
It's gotten to that point now, right? So you have to take a look at let's just say your Ethereum bags priced in Bitcoin and make a decision.
Which is the most depressing.
Do I
Just-
want to suffer here anymore?
Jeez.
I mean, honestly, yes. This is incredible. This is incredible for Ethereum to be this low against Bitcoin. Yes, and so once it breaks here, the 16. I mean, I bought Ethereum with Bitcoin well below the 0.01.
Damn, good to see you, Ricardo. Vamos, obrigado, lindo. It's a good friend. So thank you for watching the show. If you were to show me this chart, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you. It's like, there is no way Ethereum is going to collapse that much versus Bitcoin. I wouldn't believe you. I was like, man, it's not possible. And yet, and the question I have for you is, what happens if we do break that?
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like we are targeting that way. Let's just see. If we did a Fibonacci, what's it called?
It's not looking
It
good,
can't
right?
be. Like 6.1, 1.8 might be negative. Yeah, it's negative. 1.618 is negative.
Oh boy.
It's not that bad. So it's okay. Because it can't go negative. So
Yeah, fair enough. But then at the same time, I want to ask you, like, could this be the bottom for this movement? Like,
it has to be the bottom, or it's over.
it's over.
Yeah.
If this is not the bottom, if you hold Ethereum, it's over.
We break the bottom. You can.
You can say goodbye. So that's what I'm saying. It's a good risk reward, but there is still a risk. And on the other hand, you have Bitcoin, which is about to go nuts because the dominance is pulling.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. As a trader, if you're going to trade this, it is good risk management to be buying all the way down here, all the way into the bottom here. And then, if it breaks this, do you have a candle close, a weekly or candle close below here, the level, then you walk. Okay? That would be your,
What time frame are you in now?
this is a 2 week.
2 weeks. Can you go on a daily, please, and see if there is any sign
I
of
don't even want to see
life?
You're gonna cry. Look, it's going sideways, but only for a little bit of time here, right?
Yeah.
We've gone sideways here.
And then we dumped. How does it look if you zoom in the
On the
daily?
daily, we haven't hit the 200 period moving average since July last year, 2024.
Damn. And by
That
the way,
was it.
this is the level of 2017, no? 2018. If you go on the left of the chart, we are this low. So it's embarrassing. But at the same time, I'm not surprised. Everything is going to zero compared to Bitcoin, right? So this is just Ethereum might have some fun for a little bit, and then competition came in.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Cheers.